Right now at 6, lingering concerns from local farmers after the president approves a short-term aid package.
Plus, a grim warning from Omaha police about a new deadly drug.
We wanted to notify the public, everybody, about the dangers of this.
A high wind warning later tonight ahead in my forecast.
And we take you inside an important mission at Offutt as airmen work to spread holiday cheer.
Offutt Air Force Base is an anomaly. I have not been to a base that has the local support on this level. It is absolutely superior.
Live from 7 Burlington Station, this is Omaha's news and weather leader. KETV Newswatch 7 at 6.
Local farmers call the $12 billion in federal aid a step in the right direction. Good evening, I'm Julie Cornell.
I'm Rob McCartney. The president announced that aid package for farmers yesterday. Today, KETV Newswatch 7's Madison Perales spoke with Nebraska and Iowa producers about how it's meant to counter the rise in tariffs.
The harvest is over for farms like this one, which produces corn and soybeans, but the uncertainty for farmers' businesses remain. This aid is an attempt to address those concerns and allow these farmers to focus on the upcoming planting season.
The last few years, it's been really tight margins.
Kevin Ross is a sixth-generation Iowa farmer who produces corn and soybeans, and he had to make some tough calls this year.
You're subjected to a lot of different things, and a lot of things are out of your control when you're here on the farm.
The Nebraska Farmers Union's president says the government does have the control to help.
We are long overdue for a reset of both trade policy and farm policy.
Until then, the government plans to provide funds to farmers across the country.
It's meant to try and get producers into next year and try to soften the economic blow that they have received.
The USDA will provide $11 billion to the Farmer Bridge Assistance Program, or FBA, and the remaining $1 billion covering commodities that are not under that program.
We welcome the additional dollars, but we are also realistic, knowing that this is not the amount of dollars that are going to keep people whole.
Farmers like Ross have until the end of December to get their acreage report sent to the USDA.
It's going to be helpful, but it's a tough situation for a lot of folks right now, and so wouldn't surprise me if it wasn't enough in certain spots.
But in an ideal world,
you'd rather have markets that are doing the job and are able to make a living from that versus help from the government.
The government is working to tie up some loose ends like payment timelines, but ultimately this aid is intended to be released at the end of February. Reporting in Minden, Iowa, Madison Perales, KETV Newswatch 7.
And several Nebraska and Iowa lawmakers weighed in on the aid package yesterday. You can hear what they had to say right now on KETV.com.
Nebraska's governor marks what he calls tremendous progress in cleaning up the Alten site.
Well, Omaha's news leader has brought you extensive coverage of the environmental site for years. Alten used pesticide-treated seed corn to make ethanol before being shut down in 2021. The property and runoff water was contaminated.
KETV Newswatch 7's Aaron Hegarty shares the update from state leaders today, reporting from Meade.
Behind me used to sit tons and tons of toxic byproduct from the Alten ethanol plant production. And while residents are thrilled it's no longer there, they say there's much more to do. Officials say roughly 107,000 tons of wet cake were removed in 2025 alone. By August this year, all of it was gone. One major community advocate pointed it out. Tuesday marked the first time since she started complaining about the issue in 2018 that a governor came to Meade to address the issue. Another points out while the community was skeptical even when the plant was shut down in 2021, most recognize now the progress made.
They're not going to clean this up. It's never going to happen. So for us to see to this day the progress that they have made, and seems like it's been a long time, but with that big of a project, it's been fairly quick. To see them come through with their promises.
Governor Pillen also saying today that the town can be 100% sure that their water is safe to drink. Near Meade, Aaron Hegarty, KETV Newswatch 7.
Let's go to the weather now, taking a live look at the Salvation Army Tree of Lights in 90th and West Dodge. A lot warmer out there today.
Rob, that's your tree of lights.
It's your tree of lights.
It's going to get windy and colder tonight. Let's check in with Bill Ramby. Hey, Bill.
Oh, I remember the night you guys flipped the switch, and it was pretty mild back then. We have been cold for the better part of the last 2 weeks, though, until today, and still this evening, quite mild. Here's a view of the Old Mill area. That's our camera at the Charles Schwab building. Current temperature 43. Now that's Epley Airfield. I just checked. The Millard Airport is 53. So depending on what side of town you're on, if you're in the west, Southwest Metro, it's still in the 50s, but 43 at Epley with a 7-mile-per-hour breeze. Later tonight, winds could gust over 50 miles an hour, so we have a high wind warning in this darker shade that includes the Omaha Metro, midnight through 8 a.m. Wednesday. South of that, a wind advisory, so windy, but not quite as bad. Generally colder weather coming for the rest of the week. It's in the 30s at Harlan and Atlantic, but still in the 50s at Fremont and Millard and Gretna and Lincoln, Beatrice, York, and Columbus. And a little bit of a southwest breeze could still boost the temperature across the Omaha Metro this evening before the northwest winds blow in later on tonight. This is precipitation aloft between Columbus and Norfolk, but there are clouds there, and they are headed southeast, and there's a chance that those clouds could produce a sprinkle. But early this evening, temperatures quite mild. Later tonight, 11 and onward, be careful if you're going to be outside. There could be very strong winds making it difficult for travel on some of the roadways. Rob.
All right, Bill, thanks. Sure. Well, this alleged MS-13 gang leader is arrested in Grand Island and indicted on federal charges. According to an affidavit, Honduran national Gerson Cuadro Soto was part of an MS-13 professional assassination squad. He was charged in a quadruple murder in Honduras in 2022, but he and 2 co-defendants allegedly bribed their way out of jail there. The complaint alleges that he came to the U.S. illegally, got a California driver's license, and federal agents tracked him then to Grand Island. He is charged with illegal re-entry, expected to appear in court next month. Governor Jim Pillen says he is proud to be partnering with President Trump on border security, adding, quote, "This is yet another frustrating case of exactly why the ICE detention facility in McCook is absolutely critical to keeping Nebraskans safe."
We have a warning tonight from Omaha Police. This is a new synthetic drug, and it's showing up in the Omaha Metro. Officers say this substance is very potent. It's already linked to overdoses. KETV Newswatch 7's Connor Schmidt gets details from police.
Omaha police are warning the public about a dangerous synthetic drug called 5-FADB. Detectives say they've already tied it to multiple overdoses, including at least 1 death in the Omaha Metro.
What we've seen is a couple overdose, at least 1 fatal involving this new kind of a synthetic cannabinoid that's out there. A lot of these are still being currently investigated, so I can't speak too much on those current investigations, but we wanted to notify the public, everybody, about the dangers of this.
The drug is a synthetic cannabinoid often sprayed onto plant material and sometimes sold as so-called herbal incense products. It's commonly called K2 or spice. Police say the chemicals are constantly changed to get around state and federal drug laws.
These are pretty unique because they are synthetic chemicals that are being used, so it's easy to alter the chemical makeup of them to kind of circumvent state laws.
Because of its extreme potency, the drug can cause sudden medical emergencies similar to the effects of an opioid. However, those effects cannot be stopped.
Cardiovascular distress, they're going to have issues with their heart, things like that. So but the problem is it's not an opioid. So Narcan and stuff will not work with that.
Police and first responders say the best protection is awareness and acting quickly in an emergency.
Nebraska has a Good Samaritan law, so again, nobody will be held accountable if they're calling law enforcement for helping save a life. But first and foremost, call 911. We'll get the medics in route there, the health experts.
Omaha police say this specific compound has only been seen locally recently, and they're urging anyone who witnesses a possible overdose to call 911 immediately. In Omaha, Connor Schmidt, KETV Newswatch 7.
Well, tonight, Iowa leaders will decide who will do county audits after a former treasurer is charged. Investigators say former Madison County Treasurer Amanda DeVos falsified documents. New court documents say she's now asking the judge to bar the state from using some evidence in the case. So that includes her payment of real estate taxes that resulted in a bounced check and her resignation from the Madison County Treasurer's office. That hearing is set for Friday. When it comes to future audits, the state says it would charge the county about $100,000 a year. A Georgia accounting firm quoted the county $70,000 a year.
Nebraska's Public Service Commission approves natural gas rate hikes for Black Hills Energy. Residential customers can expect to pay an additional $2.85 each month. Small commercial customers will pay about a little more than $5 more. Larger commercial customers will pay about $72 more each month. Those new rates will take effect January 1st.
Habitat for Humanity of Omaha celebrates a major milestone today, the end of phase 1 for its affordable housing project. Blue Stem Prairie near 51st and Sorensen Parkway is the largest development in Habitat's Omaha history. It's also believed to be the largest nonprofit affordable home ownership development in the metro. Blue Stem Prairie features more than 80 newly built homes, work on another 64 homes that starts next year. In the next 15 years, the project is expected to go from $0 in property valuation and tax revenue to more than $9 million in valuation and an annual tax income of $300,000.
That's at 6, an operation at Offutt aimed at helping neighbors.
So nice. And then later in sports, Matt Satilli, he's reporting from Lexington, Kentucky, as Creighton Volleyball, they're working to stay in the NCAA tournament.
We are Methodist. Our passion is shaping the future with innovative treatments, the newest advancements, and the compassion you deserve. Our greatest impact is your healthiest life. Methodist, the meaning of care.
Get your drains flowing. $63 or it's free drain opening. If our drain tech isn't on site within 63 minutes or less, you don't pay a penny. Limited availability, so don't wait. Get it done right. Call Plum Right.
Join Rufus and Pyramid Contractors' month-long Holidays Drive for our furry friends at Scatterjoy Acres. Help Rufus stuff the donation box. Donate pet supplies at Pyramid Contractors.
Cabinet Design Studio of Omaha. Your dream kitchen and remodeling spaces begin here at Cabinet Design Studio. Our showroom is always open to the public, so come see us at Cabinet Design Studio or at cabinetsomaha.com today.
Enjoy Romeo's Grande Pizza and Taco Combo. 1 large 2-topping pizza, 4 soft-shelled tacos, chips and queso dip for only $3.99. Only at Romeo's. Carry out only.
Not your typical restaurant. If defense counsel finds out that Hoffman O'Brien's on the other side of a case, I believe they understand that person is well represented and the lawyers on the other side are prepared and strong advocates for their client.
Omaha's Durham Museum presents Hockey, faster than ever through January 11th. This exhibit breaks the ice on the history, science, and culture behind hockey for die-hard fans, families, and newcomers to the sport.
The thing about holiday shopping online is you never know when they'll show up. Saul's has gifts for the whole family in stock and ready to check off your holiday list. Right now, up to 50% off all jewelry. Get your holiday shopping done for the whole family and don't stress about shipping. Saul's Jewelry and Loan.
With freezing temperatures here, call Iman to make sure your home stays warm and comfortable. Whenever possible, we always recommend repair before replacement. Iman's experts are on call 24/7.
Iman Plumbing, Heating, and Air.
This holiday season, join us in lighting the way to joyful giving. Every cent dropped in a red kettle provides help and hope to those in need. The Tree of Lights is a beacon to share the love and give with joy.
Dealing with storm damage? Make the right call. The trusted, proven choice. Visit roofery.com today.
John Higgins Weather Guard, the home of the rooferys. Make the right call.
Welcome back to KETV Newswatch 7 at 6. We're taking a live look outside at Midtown Crossing from our Skycam. This is 27th and Douglas. Beautiful white lights. And a little police activity there on Farnham. Well, airmen at Offutt Air Force Base, they take part in a different style of operation today.
Yeah, it's called Operation Holiday Cheer, and KETV Newswatch 7's Samantha Pastorino has more.
The Bellevue Chamber of Commerce, Offutt Advisory, and tons of local businesses came together to create holiday cheer for airmen. All these people helping fill these bags, each packed with snacks, holiday cards handwritten by Bellevue Elementary students, and gift cards to grocery stores and a restaurant.
We have almost 500 bags that we're filling, and there's 400, last we were told there's 468 people in the dorms right now.
First sergeants then delivered the goodies to airmen who live in Offutt dormitories, people Deputy Wing Commander Chad Bax says are usually in their first 2 years of service, most experiencing their first holiday without family.
It's never easy to be away from family. Even though we're the military and you would say we're used to this, it doesn't matter how many times you're deployed or how many times you're on the road TDY during the holiday season. That's never fun, right? So this is just an opportunity to give back to them.
Bax was born into a military family. He's seen tons of bases, but none compared to Offutt.
Offutt Air Force Base is an anomaly. I have not been to a base that has the local support on this level. It is absolutely superior, and we are super, super grateful for that.
Many local businesses and their workers have shown up to support Operation Holiday Cheer for years, including Catherine Kelly.
Being in the military with my husband, all the branches, bases that we've ever been to have never had anything like this. So when I was able to come, this just tugged at my heart a lot because I have 2 boys now in the service.
And this year, there's a little extra tug on Kelly's heartstrings because she's retiring.
It's a bittersweet, the whole thing, because being here so long, I love this community, and but it's time for me to move on and plan on going to Florida where it's nice and warm.
All 500 bags are being delivered over the next week. Reporting from Bellevue, Samantha Pastrino, KETV Newswatch 7.
Now, of course, it's not a race, but it took the team just 39 minutes to put together those 500 bags. It said that includes cleanup, and it beats last year's time of 58 minutes.
Leave it to the military to time it.
Wow.
Well, see how efficient, right? It's all about
sure.
efficiency and helping, and they
That's
do great in both categories.
Teamwork. Holy cow. Hey, it's really quite mild right now in the Omaha Metro. It's in the 40s and 50s across the viewing area, and if you really have been kind of looking at the cold temperatures we've had and say, boy, we're locked in for the winter. Not so. Today, a real break, and this evening gets a rain factor of 6. It's okay for being and working outside. Not bad for a walk. As later on tonight, the winds are going to pick up, temperatures drop again. In fact, starting at midnight, a high wind warning goes into effect for a lot of eastern Nebraska, including the Omaha Metro and western Iowa. South of that, a wind advisory. This is our computer model forecast for wind gusts from 8 to midnight. And then at midnight here, 45-mile-per-hour gusts indicated by the computer model, may or may not actually happen. 4:30 in the morning, gusts to 53 in Omaha, 54 in Carroll. 8:30 tomorrow, 37-mile-per-hour gusts around Omaha, 34 Atlantic, so still pretty windy. And then by lunchtime, wind gusts around 30, so not quite as bad, although still kind of windy. 52 and 25, today's temperatures, which are way above the average. First time it's been above average for a day this month, and really in 2 weeks now. No precipitation yet. Probably stays dry this evening. That's the Old Mill area, the camp at the Charles Schwab building. 43, now that's Epley Airfield. It's 54 at the Millard Airport, 47 the Blairport, 46 Council Bluffs, 49 degrees in Bellevue, and 54 in Fremont. And areas to the west are in the 50s. Along the river and into western Iowa, many locations are now in the 30s as the winds are light and still a bit of snowpack cooling things off. And briefly this evening, we'll pick up a west and then northwest wind that'll maybe push us up into the 50s again at Epley Airfield. But then colder air is starting to come down into South Dakota. And you see this disturbance over the Minneapolis area. That is the low pressure area that will bring in this front and the very strong northwest winds. So by tomorrow morning, that low pressure area will be in the Great Lakes area, but still enough of a northwest wind to be kind of a hazard on the roads into Iowa and Wisconsin and Illinois. And then tomorrow night, we get a little bit lighter winds. And then think about Thursday, there's another little disturbance sliding in here. And if we get into a little sun, it could pop up to 40 degrees there with a stripe of snow just east of us into central Iowa. So lots to watch the next few days. Tonight, 27 the low. A high wind warning from midnight onward, and so impact weather until 8 a.m. tomorrow. Very windy start and pretty chilly tomorrow. Temperatures sort of stuck in the lower 30s. More clouds, but if we get some peaks of sun Thursday, maybe gets upper 30s to near 40. And then we get that north wind and colder temperatures again on Friday and Saturday and Sunday. But this time there's light at the end of the tunnel as all of our long-range computer models bring us milder air by the middle part of next week with highs back up in the 40s.
Oh, good work, Bill. Thank you.
Trying to look ahead.
Yes.
All right, coming up in sports, Creighton Volleyball's in Lexington, Kentucky right now, preparing for the Sweet 16. So is our Matt Satilli. His coverage is next.
Plus, Nebraska's Matt Rule makes his third coaching change in a week. Lauren Michelson has the details just ahead.
Get your free measure and estimate on Mohawk carpet today at 90th and L.
Believe in a care experience that celebrates better outcomes and the magic of childhood. Nebraska. Believe in better.
Get your drains flowing. $63 or it's free drain opening. If our drain tech isn't on site within 63 minutes or less, you don't pay a penny. Limited availability, so don't wait. Get it done right. Call Plum Right.
Traditionally, the Spanish community has reservations about working with attorneys. So it's great that Hopman O'Brien has opened its doors to this community, and I'm able to help them specifically with all the resources at Hopman O'Brien.
Is your holiday budget coming up a little short this season? Saul's Jewelry and Loan can loan you holiday cash from $10 to $50,000, offering loans on almost anything of value. 6 convenient locations open 7 days a week. Save your holiday at Saul's Jewelry and Loan.
Not your typical restaurant, not your typical place. Romeo's. Not your typical restaurant, for your not your typical taste. Romeo's. Romeo's Mexican food and pizza. Not your typical restaurant.
With freezing temperatures just around the corner, call Iman to make sure your home remains warm and healthy. We always recommend repair before replacement, and we always stand by our word.
Trust the big red truck. I'm in plumbing, heating, and air.
Join Rufus and Pyramid Contractors' month-long Holidays Drive for our furry friends at Scatterjoy Acres. Help Rufus stuff the donation box. Donate pet supplies at Pyramid Contractors.
PyramidRoof.com, never settle for less.
At A1 United Heating, Air, and Electrical, we're not just local, we're employee-owned. Our technicians are personally dedicated to delivering the best service and care. Locally owned, employee-owned, and committed to your comfort in every season.
Cabinet Design Studio of Omaha. Your dream kitchen and remodeling spaces begin here at Cabinet Design Studio. Our showroom is always open to the public, so come see us at Cabinet Design Studio or at cabinetsomaha.com today.
We are Methodist. Our passion is shaping the future with innovative treatments, the newest advancements, and the compassion you deserve. Our greatest impact is your healthiest life. Methodist, the meaning of care.
This holiday season, join us in lighting the way to joyful giving. Every cent dropped in a red kettle provides help and hope to those in need. The Tree of Lights is a beacon to share the love and
After struggling to stop the run all season, Nebraska head coach Matt Rule has fired defensive line coach Terry Braden after just one season in Lincoln. The Husker front took a step back this year, finishing with the nation's 94th ranked run defense and 102nd ranked pass rush. The D-line also finished in the lower half of the Big Ten in sacks, tackles for loss, and overall pressure rate. Rule says special teams coordinator Mike Eckler will assist with the edges for the bowl game. Braden's dismissal is the third major coaching change in just over a week. Rule moved on from defensive coordinator John Butler on December 1st, then hired San Diego State's Rob Orich on Sunday to take over the defense. He also fired offensive line coach Donovan Raiola over the weekend, hiring Georgia Tech's Jeep Wade. And there's some reports today that Nebraska is working to hire former South Carolina offensive line coach Lonnie Teasley for an offensive support role. Rule is very excited about Orich, though, who he hired over the weekend after an untraditional interview where Rule actually brought him to his daughter's basketball games. Rule said Orich's ability to talk football in a loud gym without preparing and think fast on his feet impressed him. That and what he saw on film in one season where Orich made San Diego State into a top 10 scoring defense.
I mean, when I watch the tape, it's the play style that I want. You know, I mean, you just see people flying around. You see people playing at a really high level. And to me, for both stops, whether it was Idaho or whether it was San Diego State, it was in his first year as coordinator. It wasn't like, hey, this is going to take 2 years, this is going to take 3 years. It was like right off the bat.
Creighton volleyball is back in the Sweet 16 for the third straight season, one of only 9 programs in the nation to accomplish that feat. The Jays are traveling to Lexington, Kentucky to take on Arizona State on Thursday, and that's where we find our Matt Satilli with more on how the Jays are flying high among elite company.
It's even more impressive when you look at those lists. Programs that have 14 straight NCAA tournament appearances, 6 straight conference titles, 5 years in a row that they've hosted tournament matches. Creighton is on all of those lists as the only non-power conference team, and they're doing it all this year with a first-year head coach.
I've said it to this team all the time, like what we're doing is really hard, and to do it 3 years in a row just speaks volumes to, again, the culture of this program, what Coach Booth, built here and kind of established for us to be able to continue to go through. But we're just excited to still be together. I love this group so much, and they all love each other. And so, yeah, every day we get together is a good one.
I think last year a lot of the girls still talk about that loss to Penn State, so I think they know what it's like to lose, and us new girls and freshmen don't want that to happen again, and we're going to do whatever it takes to do that.
Creighton lost 7 seniors from last year's Elite 8 squad, but they also return 11 players who remember the heartbreak of losing to Penn State and who are hungry to one-up that finish by making it to the program's first ever Final Four. Covering the Blue Jays in Lexington, Kentucky, Matt Satilli, KETV Newswatch 7 Sports.
Thanks, Matt. Creighton takes on Arizona State Thursday at noon. The winners playing Saturday for a trip to the Final Four in Kansas City. Nebraska plays Kansas Friday at Devaney. It's the late match following Texas A&M and Louisville. Those winners play Sunday for a trip to the Final Four. Okay, you guys, luck finally on the Royals side in the MLB draft. They'll have a lottery pick in next year's draft, jumping from the 16th pick to 6th. They had the 13th best odds to land the number 1 pick at 0.8%. Not number 1, but still a lottery pick. Very exciting for the Royals.
And you seem somewhat excited about it.
A little bit. I think Julie's excited. She's wearing the blue.
Wearing the blue. There you go. Thanks, Lauren.
Your final forecast is next.
Get your free measure and estimate on Mohawk carpet today at Kelly's Carpet Omaha, 90th and L.
Believe in a care experience that better outcomes and the magic of childhood. Children's Nebraska. Believe in better.
Join Rufus and Pyramid Contractors' month-long Holidays Drive for our furry friends at Scatterjoy Acres. Help Rufus stuff the donation box. Donate pet supplies at Pyramid Contractors.
Enjoy Romeo's Grande Pizza and Taco Combo. 1 large 2-topping pizza, 4 soft-shelled tacos, chips and queso dip for only $34.99. Only at Romeo's. Carry out only.
Not your typical restaurant.
With freezing temperatures just around the corner, call Iman to make sure your home remains warm and healthy. We always recommend repair before replacement, and we always stand by our word.
Trust the big red truck. I'm in plumbing, heating, and air.
We want people in our community to thrive. We want them to be safe, and we want to all grow together as a community, because even though Omaha seems like a big city, it's really more like a small town, and it's important that we all take care of each other so that we can grow and prosper together.
Cabinet Design Studio of Omaha. Your dream kitchen and remodeling spaces begin here at Cabinet Design Studio. Our showroom is always open to the public, so come see us at Cabinet Design Studio or at cabinetsomaha.com today.
Not your typical restaurant. Not your typical place. Romeo's. Not your typical restaurant. For your not your typical taste.
Romeo's. Romeo's Mexican food and pizza.
Not your typical restaurant.